All right, boys and girls, the first book I'm going to read to you is called The Hello Goodbye Window. Doesn't it have a neat cover? Something you might notice on the cover, and we've talked about this before, is it has what looks like, I think we called it a coin, on the front of the book. I think maybe even Christian asked why a quarter was on the front of some books. And that, remember, means that this book has been recognized as extra super good. It won an award. This is called the Caldecott Medal of Honor. Sometimes you're at the library or maybe even some books at home, and definitely in our classroom, you'll see books have these little magical coins. And that means it's a good sign. It's going to be a great book. So let's follow along. The Hello Goodbye Window. Nana and Poppy live in a big house in the middle of town. There's a brick path that goes to the back porch, but before you get there, you pass right by the kitchen window. That's the Hello Goodbye window. It looks like a regular window, but it's not. You see the Nana and Poppy kind of peeking through the window there? The kitchen is where Nana and Poppy are most of the time. So you can climb up on the flour barrel and tap the window and then duck down and they won't know who did it. Or you can press your face against the glass and frighten them. If they're not in the kitchen, you can't do any of those things and you have to wait until next time. If they see you first, they wave and make silly faces. And sometimes Nana peekaboos me, which always makes me laugh. So I get a lot of extra fun and hellos before I get inside. Just look at the kitchen. It's so big, it has a table you can color on and lots of drawers to take stuff out of and play with, but you can't touch anything under the sink. You could get very sick. There are shelves full of glass jars with lots of everything in them, a step stool so I can wash my hands, and all kinds of pictures from the olden days. Nana says she even used to give me a bath in the sink when I was little. Really? Sometimes Poppy plays his harmonica for me. He can only play one song, Oh, Susanna. But he can play it a lot of different ways. He can play it slow, or fast, or he can play it sitting down or standing up. He says he can even play it and drink a glass of water at the same time, but I've never seen him do that. Boys and girls, if you want to know what Oh, Susanna sounds like, you could ask your mommy and daddy maybe to play it on your Alexa. When I stay over, we have our supper in the kitchen too, and when it's dark outside, we can look at our reflections in the window. It works just like a mirror, except it's not in the bathroom, and it looks like we're outside looking in. Poppy says, "What are you doing out there? You come right in and have your dinner." And I say, "But I'm here with you, Poppy." And then he looks at me in his funny way. I think that Poppy was being kind of silly. Just before I go up to bed, Nana turns off all the lights and we stand by the window and say goodnight to the stars. Do you know how many stars there are? Well, neither do I, but she knows them all. In the morning, the first place we go is back to the kitchen, and there's the window waiting for us. You can look out and say good morning to the garden, or see if it is going to rain or be nice outside. You can see if the dog next door is doing stuff in Nana's flower beds. She hates that. Sometimes Poppy says in a real loud voice, "Hello, world, what have you got for us today?" Nobody ever answers, but he doesn't care. It's fun to wake up in the morning and look out the window and see what's happening in your yard or neighborhood. Poppy makes breakfast. He says it's his specialty. My favorite is oatmeal with bananas and raisins that you can't see because he hides the raisins down inside. But I still find them all. When I get dressed, I help Nana in the garden. It's a very nice garden, but there's a tiger who lives behind the big bush in the back, so I don't ever go there. You think there's a real tiger? I ride my bike too. Not in the street, please, says Nana.